at a young age, bagging my groceries as a kid. You know what I mean? Making my money. So when I got older and you start working and you start doing things to try to, you think that you need validation, but at the end of the day, you don't. It's not about that. I think it's more, you do it more for yourself. And at this point, what I'm doing now is for my family. Like, I don't got to validate. I don't need permission. I don't need somebody saying good job to you for, doing the stuff that I'm supposed to do as an adult anyway. And I think that's the problem with this generation.
My man Marcus just pulled up. Got my man Frankly Francisco. Got the Vibes podcast in the building. We talking about validation, man. Do you feel like you got to prove yourself to anybody or anything in this world at this point in your life?
At this point, nah. What he was saying was on par. Nah, because at the end of the day, I gotta live with myself. I gotta go home with myself. So, nah. If I don't feel like something's right, I know what's right and wrong. So I try to just keep validation to myself. It don't really matter if somebody else validates me or not. I got to be comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think the way society is now, social media, especially social media makes it feel like if you don't have this amount of followers, you ain't shit. If you ain't doing this, you ain't shit. Like social media, I don't know who changed the standards and made social media the top tier for standards in the world. Like I always say the world has a funny way of making what you do not good enough. But to whose standards? I could be comfortable with my 4-bedroom house, my 9 kids, my wife. I could be comfortable with that. But then you have society that comes around and says, oh, that's too many kids. That ain't the life. You need this to make it. No, you don't. Everybody has their idea of what it is to make it. Yes, you want to be around the people that's got money, that's popping bottles, that's living life, but that's their standards to them. That's what validates them. Me, I will take sitting at home with my wife and kids over being out here doing stupid shit any day.
So I'm more about me personally. I don't care about material. I've never been that way. So I rather have experiences. So what I do is I got my house. I own my own property. I own an acre of land. I got I don't care about that stuff.
Facts.
I got it so my kids are secured. What I do is with my money is we travel. Have 5 children. We go everywhere, man. We go everywhere. And when people make excuses that they can't travel, no, you can. Because I'm on a budget and I still manage to travel 3 or 4 times a year.
Big facts.
It's all about it's all about what's important to you. Like if I wanted to, I can go get a Louis belt. I don't need what I need a Louis belt for. Who gonna see it besides me? You know what I mean? You want to wear things and you want to buy things that's not gonna last, man. That belt will be out of style by the summertime, and then you're gonna have a new belt. People gonna rag on you. Oh, why you got that old belt out of season?
It's like buying Jordans. It's like buying Jordans.
Yes,
man.
The same Jordans over and over and over.
The same Jordans that people standing in line waiting on. Like, yo, these Jordans came out 10 years ago, dog. It's nothing to be impressed over. Like, I don't. And here's the thing that blows me too. People priorities be so fucked up, like you said about the belts. They priorities be so fucked up. You can buy new belts, new rims, new cars, new shoes. You ain't got life insurance.
The thing you need
ain't got life insurance.
The thing you need.
I was on this show right now.
If you die, your kids gonna live off the Jordans and the rims and all that. That like, dude.
And I think that's the
saddest part. That's the saddest part to see when people die.
Your mom and them gotta figure out how to bury you. They gotta put a GoFundMe together to bury you because you wasn't smart enough to take all that money you flashing on the gram to get some life insurance.
You can get I just got mine not too long ago, but you can get $1 million life policy for like $40 a month. You tripping.
Yeah, but that's $40 they want to use to go get, some drinks or, go buy some, some jewelry or buy some bud. Like, don't get me wrong. I know plenty of smokers, but I know smokers who actually can afford to do what they do. You got cats out here that are driving with 22-inch rims on them old Delta 88s with the systems that's bumping so loud that the rust is coming off the car. You'll stand in line for 7 hours for a pair of Jordans, but you won't stand at a job fair because they're not paying you $30 an hour. Like the work ethic ain't there no more, man. Our priorities are messed up. We keep ourselves down. I'm Puerto Rican, man, but the only difference between you and I, gentlemen, is where the boat stopped. Your ancestors came to the U.S. My ancestors stopped in the Caribbean. So there's a lot of animosity and beef between our cultures, but we do the same stupid shit constantly. You understand where I'm coming from? We do the same stuff, and it's crabs in the barrel, man. We don't lift each other up. It's always about taking what the other person has instead of going out and earning it. And I think that's the biggest issue.
Yep.
I mean, the biggest issue gonna have to come from, but what you were saying, Bet, the biggest issue is gonna come from, like you were saying, as far as the social media of it. It can be a good and a bad because you can see what everybody else got going on, and you can use it as a platform. Like, all right, boom. Well, I see what you're doing. Let me do that. But then slowly that started becoming the standard. Like, oh, I see everybody else got this, so I got to do this. Even though what you got going on is already working. The formula is complete, but you don't want that. You see what the next man got, like the Louis belt or something. So you ready to put yourself in a hole for a belt that only you want to see. That's wild.
Do you realize that IG right now, this is a statistical fact, IG right now causes more mental health issues in teenagers than any other platform because what people are posting, body image issues, making people feel lesser than because they don't have the same. It's all about flash and dash. And these people who be holding these stacks of money to their face thinking that they're doing something, they ain't doing that. It's been proven many times that people, that's fake money a lot of these people are holding. It's all about clout chasing, and it blows my mind that people are still doing this. Like, I don't understand. What is it going to get you? Everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame.
It's the fame.
And it gets frustrating, man, because it's like, why? Like, why? If you're going to do something, do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because the next man is doing it. Don't do it because he's got something that you don't. Like, if you want it, earn it.
I never fell into the trends, man. I never fell into the I want to follow and I want to be you. Yeah, I've always said, man, I want to get like you. I want to be like. I want to do what you're doing. But I've never came out and said, man, I want their life. I want what they're doing. No. Because I'm gonna tell you, doing the TikTok dances and the trends and all that is cool. But then you have people who take social media as real life. They apply everything that they do. I have people questioning me. I be like, yo, social media is social media.
But you can't say that though. You can't say that because social media is really out here feeding some people's families.
Yeah, no. I'm saying for me. Don't come on my page questioning me about something I write. It's social media. It's entertainment.
But all money ain't good money either, though, man.
All
money ain't good money.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
That's a fact.
Yeah, facts. Like, you got people out here that will sell their soul for a little bit of change. You got people out here that will off you, your kids, your mama, and everybody else for a little bit of change. There was a dude in Chicago a couple years ago. His mama gave him everything. Like, she gave him everything. She was a hairstylist. She gave him everything. He felt like it wasn't enough. So he hatched a plan. Got some of his homies from the hood. They went and killed his mama. He collected the life insurance. He was a rapper. He was an up-and-coming rapper. And instead of him, when he got the life insurance money, he splurged on dumb shit. Cars. He was on making videos where he was tossing money in the air. He was in the strip club throwing money, all type of dumb shit. To the feds was like, and I'm going to tell you what made him so lethal with it. He got on the snooze stations. And I lost my mama, and it was just so sad. And then y'all remember the little girl that got killed by Obama's house in Chicago? He got on her. He went to her funeral and got on the news and said, man, I can relate to what the family's going through because I went through the same thing, et cetera, et cetera. Played it off. The feds pulled up. Nah, player, something ain't right with all this that you doing. You doing way too much. The day his mama died, they said he went and cleared out all her accounts. That's when they started investigating his ass. Like, he went and cleared out her
Oh,
accounts.
you a dumbass criminal.
And then when they gave him the insurance money, it was like he didn't do normal shit. I told y'all he was out here doing on social media, throwing money, making videos, buying cars, all type of shit. So I felt like, dude, you sold your soul. You killed your mama for some money. And now you in jail for the rest of your life. And I'm supposed to feel bad for you.
But that's normal behavior. That's normal behavior.
Yeah.
I'm in the financial world, man. I'm a business banker. Let me tell you something. You'd be surprised how many people come in the day after their parents die to come clear their accounts out, bro. Like there's no, when it comes to money, bro, money don't change you. Money just makes you who you are.
It shows who you already were.
Right. So if you were ignorant before money, you're going to be even more ignorant with money. So some people, that's why most athletes are broke between 5 years outside of the league. Doesn't matter what sports they're playing, because they don't know how to manage their money. This is why they have classes to teach you how to do that. This has a lot to do with the culture. And to me, the whole culture thing is getting played out already, because, I'm doing it for the culture. What are you doing for the culture? What exactly are you doing for the culture?
They hopped on that wave immediately.
Facts. Facts.
Like what are you doing?
They didn't waste no time with it. And it's like, nobody's being original anymore. It's like monkey see, monkey do for sure out here, man. And it's like, okay, you brought a Gucci belt, so I'm going to go buy one that's bigger. You got a new car, all right, I'm going to go get one, but mine's going to have better rims on it. You got a bad chick, okay, mine's going to be even badder with even faker titties. Whatever you can do, I'm going to do it, because that's what we doing out here. It's like, I see what you doing. Nobody's creative or original enough to do it. And even in the podcast world that we are in and we love so much, that you have so much people who feel like they are viewed as an opponent as opposed to a helpmate, as opposed to somebody that we can all build together. It's enough seats at this podcast table where all of us can sit together in harmony and create something good. But you have so many people who will try to tear that apart, because that crab in the bucket mentality that Francisco was talking about earlier. I can't let you get to the top. Never mind if you're going to reach your hand back and grab me up while you going to the top. No, I want to get to the top first.
So my podcast coming out this weekend talks about this very subject. So one of the things I said in it, and it'll come out Saturday, is I don't have to like you to work with you.
Facts.
That's a fact.
If you have good product and you put out a good product, I don't have to like you personally to be able to know I need to collab with this dude because he is good at what he does. You know what I mean? He makes a good product. He puts out a good show. But I could say I don't like you personally for my own reasons. Doesn't mean I'm not going to respect you.
You separate the business from the person.
Exactly. You have to. You have to.
I work with people at my job that I don't like.
There's podcasters. I'm sorry. And there's podcasters. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I got you.
There's podcasters that are on my IG that I follow that I don't even like personally because I see how they do stuff. You know what I mean? But I still follow them. I still follow them because I want to see everybody eat. I don't got to respect you as a person, but I enjoy what you do and what you put out.
Facts. I know it's a lot of motherfuckers that don't like me, and I be sitting here like, I don't give a damn, to be honest, like, because at the end of the day, we're not put on this earth to be liked. We appreciate it. We want to be liked, yeah, but it's not a necessity. I'm not going to die if you don't like me. But one thing, like Francisco just said, you will respect what I'm doing. You will respect this craft. Yeah, I talk a lot of shit. I do. I talk a lot of shit because I know me. I could sell a good show. And that's just who I am. My personality is different. I can talk my ass off. This is why I love podcasts. And I tried to be a rapper. That ain't go too well, but it's all good. I found something that I ain't got to rap on beat or talk on beat to. I could just talk. So to me, that is what it's about. But then, like I said, when I look around at the community, and it's a lot of dope shows, and people come up with a lot of dope ideas, and it's like, yo, we really are taking over out here. My man down here, Marcus, got a different show, got a different vibe. That's why I love the name of the show, my boy. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Francisco, I haven't really tapped into you, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. I listen to over 100 shows a week. So
I gotta crack that top 50, man.
Jesus.
I be trying to get to everybody, and it's like, but I know what we can all do. It's like a orchestra. If one person is off in the band, it throws the whole band off. You can't overlook the drums and the bass and the altos and sopranos and all that. It gotta, all the pieces gotta work together in order for that band to sound good. It don't sound good when you got this person doing his own thing over here. He want a solo, she want a solo, they want to do this. Everybody wants a solo. No, fuck everybody getting a solo. Let's put it all together. Gumbo is gumbo. Gumbo can be fire as hell. But if you got too many people trying to add their own blends and seasonings instead of let's just put a little bit of what you do with a little bit of what I do and watch how big it get. So that is what we doing, man. Low key, that is what we doing, and that's why we got the podcast awards popping off. You know, this shit.
First
shit
of all, you
different.
still the only motherfucker I know that run the awards and everything. Your top 50 is what I enjoy thoroughly. Even though you posted it without a sound, you did me dirty, but that's cool.
I don't know what happened because it had sound when I was recording it.
I heard it. No, I heard it after you got it done. I heard it was working fine.
He wasn't the only person. Even I try to listen to it now, and I'm like, okay, where the hell did my sound go?
Yeah,
but I'm gonna end up doing another one. So it ain't.
I gotta try to crack that top 50 though, man.
Yeah, you know what? And I be having a lot of people, and I tell people this, and now I can say this too. I don't catch every show. So if you feel like you want to be on the top 50, send me a link. I will definitely listen. And I think that's another reason why we doing this podcast awards. I think that's another reason why we doing the podcast awards, because I want to give awareness to my people, man. Is when you look at all the other races and all other cultures, they all stick together. But when you look at the people of color, the browns, the blacks, you know, we have a tough time sticking together because, and I say this too because I used to be that person. When I started podcasting, man, I didn't want to work with nobody. I felt like, yo, I'm better than all these dudes. I'm coming in, I'm taking heads off. I'm coming in through the door, and then
you came in like 50 Cent.
I had to realize, like, nah, man, let's do something different. Let's do something different. Let's build, you know. And then I want to say this too, man. Do y'all really follow y'all downloads and views and all that? Do y'all really pay attention to that? How big of an impact does that have?
I mean, I follow the numbers. So since I know our demographic is 70% women, I definitely follow it to, you know, try to base off, you know, the premise of the shows and shit like that. And I ain't gonna lie and say it ain't an ego boost to see, you know, the numbers, but it's like a benchmark. Like I can say, all right, boom, it ain't hit this amount. Maybe I fucked up. So I got like a certain amount that I know it was a good show. So I follow the numbers because that's how I base, you know, what we're gonna do next.
I don't. And the reason I tell you why I don't is because I just got in this podcast game my anniversary is not till January. Okay. So the way I see it, I'm new. So, but I talk to people, like I said, on daily, I'm in financial world. So I talk to people on a daily basis. So I wanted to transition to the podcast game to do the same thing. Something I love to doing. But to me, it's like watching the stock exchange. You can't always look at the numbers, man, because you're going to go drive yourself crazy because you're going to be up one show and the next show. It's like my YouTube channel. I got 2 videos on my YouTube channel. One's got 8,000 views. The other one's got 1,000. The rest of my videos only got 20, 30. You know what I mean? And you can't compare it, man. People are going to pick and choose what they want to listen to and what they don't.
First of all, we just not going to talk. Let's give you your flowers. How the hell you go from 20 views to fucking 8,000? Can we talk
Facts,
about
man? Facts. Like I'm gonna tell you,
like it was so normal.
My YouTube is my. If I had a weak point in anything that I do, it's my YouTube.
It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing to build.
Struggling.
It's the hardest thing to build. Hardest thing to build. You know what it is? Is that people do not keep good attention spans. And if you weren't an OG podcaster and you didn't get started when Facebook first took off, I mean when YouTube first took off, man, it's gonna take a while for you to build that. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a while. See, us being podcasters, we have better outlets. We got Spotify, Google, Amazon podcasts. We can get our podcast out to a multitude of people and we can promote within that community. YouTube is a whole different animal, man. So I got lucky with those videos because I interviewed a guy who a lot of people dislike. So that's why I got a lot of views. So that's what, it's not like I didn't know anything about this guy. Like I didn't do a background on him. I didn't know anything about him. I just found him interesting and I wanted to interview him and I was able to interview him and it blew up. But that's it. After that, all my other shows has been 30 views, 24 views. You know what I mean? It's going to take time to build, man. So the numbers, don't look at a lot of people don't look at the numbers, especially when you're starting out, man. There's no point in doing that. Don't get me wrong. Everybody want to monetize. Everybody want to make money off what they're doing, but that's for a lot of people, that's not a reality right now. It could take 1, 2, even 3 years.
That could take a minute.
Right.
Facts. So we dropping a lot of gems,
you never
man.
You never answered your own question. Do you look at the downloads and all that? I don't. Your shows?
I don't. I'm gonna be honest. When I first started out, that was the biggest mistake I felt like I made. I felt like I was making shows for people to listen to when I really should have just been making shows that was true to myself, that was true to me, true to what we're doing. So every now and then I'll check. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say numbers are not important. I get discouraged a lot because I feel like, yo, this episode was fire. Like, damn, what the fuck? What the fuck are y'all listening to? But then it was like I had to understand something. Like Francisco just said, attention spans count. Like you can get, and then I found out how hard it was when I started listening to shows, and after 10 minutes it's like,
you bored.
I hope they pick this shit up, man. Like, or let me go back and listen to one of their older episodes. And sometimes they older shit be better than they new shit, and then be like, oh, you changed that right there. I don't really like how you changed that. I need you to go back to that person, be that episode, go back to that. But then also the way I see it is, man, look, I got so many avenues where I look out for my fellow podcasters, and I could really be feeling like sometimes I could invest some of that into myself. And then I feel like if I did that, I would be a lot better off than where I'm at. But it was like, no, I like seeing other people win, man. Like I truly love this podcast shit, man. I truly love my fellow podcasters and the growth and the moves that they make. So yeah, I could definitely take all the effort and the time that I put in to getting us all together and focus on me, and I'll be a lot better off. But then it's like, I watch my numbers, I check them. Like the only time I really check my numbers, like I said, YouTube is like the hardest shit to break on YouTube. Like I got some dope videos with a lot of views, and then it's got some that I be like, damn, this shit is gold right here. So I think every podcaster feel like I'm one of those dudes, everything that I put out, I'm very critical about it now. Early on, I wasn't.
Oh, you ain't the only one.
Early on, I just put it out. I don't care if the sound was fucked up. I don't care. Now, right now, no, Chief. I don't care how good the episode is. I cut some clips out of it, make some promo out of it. But as far as putting it out, I'm not going to do that, because now it's like we warming up to the big leagues. We in the big leagues. We got more eyes on us than what we did. So now it's like your craft matters. And I think a lot of times people numbers don't go up is because the quality of the show. They just put anything out and just hope that it hit. Throw something at the wall and eventually it'll stick.
It's evolution.
Man, we got to stop doing that. We have to
it's evolution.
Yeah.
It's evolution. You have to evolve. You have to evolve in this game, because if you don't evolve, what's going to end up happening is you're going to fall behind the times, man. You know, and like you were saying earlier with the people that you said that might like your earlier stuff and don't like your newer stuff. Well, guess what? Then that's not your target audience anymore. Then you evolve into something else. So you have to look for a different target audience.
That, or a lot of times people turn Hollywood. Like,
true.
We like, it's for instance, like, think about it. We like underground rap because they seem hungry. They seem like they reaching towards something. I listen to more underground rap than I do mainstream rap, because when I listen to mainstream rap, it's like you lost that hunger. I don't feel now. I just feel like you just putting anything out because you know it's gonna be a hit, and then it's like, I ain't really feeling this shit. Like, one artist I could say, T.I. I love T.I. earlier shit. I love T.I. earlier shit.
His newer shit don't hit like it used to.
Yeah, I felt the hunger. Like even with 50 Cent. 50 Cent first album, you felt that shit. You felt the hunger. You felt, oh, this motherfucker's a problem. And then it was like the more he got rich, the more money he made, the more 50 kind of, nah, bro. Then 50 was like, you know what? They ain't feeling me on the music no more. Let me go ahead on the switch up and do something else. I'm going to jump over here into the TV world. Now he killing shit in avenues. The music wasn't hidden. Okay, let me switch it up and do something else. And that's the difference. I ain't telling people don't change, don't grow, don't do none of that. But you have to, if you're going to leave one thing. Think about Michael Jordan, for instance. Michael Jordan felt like, he got bored. I did everything I could do in the basketball world. Let me go try a new challenge. Let me go try baseball. He found out he wasn't that good at baseball, and it was like, okay, let me get back to what I do best. I dunk on motherfuckers on the court. I'm that guy. This baseball world, I'm a normal motherfucker. Like, I'm Michael Jordan, but I'm just a normal motherfucker. Ain't nobody, So that's what I be feeling like, too. Like, stick to what works for you. You don't need nobody to validate me. When I do this top 50, I ain't doing this to shit on the ones that didn't make the list. I'm doing this because, hey, I want to bring awareness to what y'all doing. Like, I literally sit here when I'm at work. I literally sit here and study. Like, I study podcasters. And I know it sounds weird, but it's true.
I do the same thing.
I
do the same thing,
because it's like, okay, I like what they doing. Like, I got segments and shit on the show now, and it's crazy because I didn't have that before. But then after listening to these shows and the way they formatted, I'm like, oh, we gotta do some shit. But since we on the notion of that,
it's the hot table.
This man got a roadcaster. Shout out.
Let's give a special shout out to our brand of the week. I know what time it is.
All right, so the hot table, we're going to celebrate podcast of the week. So I'm going to celebrate you two fellas, man. I'm going to say this. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you. Vibes Podcast, my man Marcus, they support everything that the house does, like genuinely support. So shout out to you for the sock video yesterday, man. I appreciate that. Super dope.
Everybody like these socks. I got some people coming to talk to you.
Facts. And I'm going to shout out you, Francisco, man, because I'm going to tell you, I got up on you based off the fact of everybody that I had worked with you, had got interviews, Brandon Janu, and a few other people. So that's how I linked up with you. I think you are one of the premier up-and-coming interview podcasters, man. So I want to tell you, man, keep doing what you're doing. Like, I am grateful that you came through and chopped it up with me. You got to get me on your show, man. I'm always, I ain't never met a microphone I ain't like. So shout out to y'all. Any spotlights, any brands, any businesses y'all want to spotlight? The floor is yours.
For me right now, it's just my production company, man. So I have my production company is called FMR Productions LLC. Right now, this is part of the production is the podcast. Eventually, we're gonna I have a line to close that I'm working on.
Okay.
That's gonna take a little bit of time to come out. Obviously, trying to get merch for the show. It's everything's ever evolving, man. So it's just it's a work in progress. And when you're doing it by yourself, man, it makes things tough. So it takes time to build.
Facts. My man Marcus.
So, like I said,
all right, I'm back. Go ahead, I'm listening. I want to hear what you got to say.
We doing shout outs, brother.
Oh man, who I want to shout out, man? Come on now. It's only one for this week that I would definitely shout out, which I do every week when I'm on here. You, brother, the house joint. I told you when I first started talking to you, what you do as far as the top 50 in awards, that's different. I see how you came in and you interview a bunch of people at once, my guy.
Yeah, like, man, that's crazy.
It'd be like 5 people, 6 people.
Facts.
So, and the fact that it's mainly just you who does it, and when you do it, all of your interviews are organic and they all seem like different and have their own type of energy and vibe to it. So yeah, I would say you, man.
So when you talk about brand, you talking about another podcast, or you talking about like
brands,
our brand that we working on?
Businesses, whoever, movers and shakers, man. It don't
so if we gonna shout out podcasts too, there's 2 podcasts that I want to shout out. One is gonna be yours because I see you constantly on IG. You always posting. You always got interviews going. And the other one for sure is 100% gonna be Grown Man Logic. Like I tune into them. They're very they're always on. They're thought provoking. It's a great podcast. Kendra, Dewan, all of them. They do a great job. But you, I see you a lot more, man. You're in my feed a ton. And you always
He don't leave.
He don't. He's always got something cooking in the hopper, man. He's never, and I respect that hustle, man. I do. I don't have time for that like you do. Like you make time.
Wait till the web series come out.
I just don't have time for that, man. I do 3 episodes a week, but there's from 3 different podcasts that I work on. So I have my interview podcast. I also have a sports podcast that I do. And then I have a music podcast that I work on. But the music podcast and the sports podcast, that's strictly YouTube. The only one that I put out is my interview podcast on my streaming services for that. But I don't know how you do it, man. I
got a music podcast. It's on hiatus right now. I'm working on a sports and a wrestling one. But really what we working on right now is the web series. We got a web series coming out. And I keep trying to tell people it's gonna be like Family Matters meets The Wire. It's gonna be a dope ass web series for the family, but even the street dudes gonna appreciate it.
He said Family Matters meets The Wires. Are you kidding me? That's gonna be wild, bro. I don't know how that dynamic is gonna work, man.
It's gonna work. It's about family and in the streets and how it all ties in, but it's gonna be dope. And then the one thing that I'm really excited about is we got the Beefs and Disputes series coming out. Mm-hmm. And that's just, we're going to take y'all into the deeper mind about all of the hip hop and R&B beefs that have gone over from my perspective. I'm going to tell you who I feel won, why it got to that point, shit like that. Is going to be dope. It's going to be dope as hell. The first one is Ice Cube versus NWA. And I felt like, how did that affect me? How did that affect me and what I thought about it and who won the battle, things like that. So yeah, man, I don't get no sleep. I work nights. I got all these kids, but I feel like the podcast game is at its strongest point right now, and it's only gonna get stronger. So that's what it's about, man. We're gonna keep moving, we're gonna keep pushing, we're gonna keep grinding. That's the only way we're gonna make it out here is we never give up. And I ain't gonna let none of y'all ever give up. Like anytime y'all feeling down or about, I'm still gonna be right here pushing y'all. And that's why I be trying to tell people, we all work together, we all gonna build something beautiful. But
the payout, baby. It's the payout, baby. Last call. Don't hold your breath. Get it off your chest.
All right, so this segment here is called Final Thoughts. It's basically about whatever. You can say whatever, talk about whatever, get it off your chest, let it out. Somebody fucking with you at your job and you don't like it, let it out. This is a safe space, okay? We can talk about those things here, you know? So, Francisco, talk to me. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts are we need to get out of this mentality where everybody want to step on each other, especially in this game here, man. There's enough out here for everybody. And you know what I'm tired of too? I'm also tired of these celebrities stepping into this ring when they don't need to, taking a spot away from somebody that's trying to build themselves up when they're already multimillionaires. They already have enough of a social media presence and you just doing it because you're bored. So we do it because we love to do it. This is something that we love to do. Most celebrities do it because they're just bored and they want to make a couple extra $1 million. You know what I mean? So it just, because they're going to get signed before we will every day of the week. So that's my final thought, man. Let's drown a lot of these people out. Let's build something that can't be taken away from us, you know, by somebody who's, you know, worth $10 million, $15 million.
Big facts. Marcus, talk to me, brother.
Man, I think you posted, I don't know if it was you or not, but Joe that is married to his granddaughter or goddaughter right now.
Oh, Jesus.
18-year-old. Yeah, bro. Like that, he violated, and she violated you, but she young, so I gotta chalk it up to her. But that ain't cool, brother. I just gotta go ahead and say that's foul as hell. That's
fucked up. And he lucky I ain't her daddy, because I'd have shot his ass.
Bro, she had a baby. She had a baby. So that means he got her pregnant when she was 17, bro.
Right.
I'd have shot his ass. The baby is 1 year old now.
That's crazy to me, man.
She just turned 18.
Oh, so he did get her. Then he got her pregnant when she was what?
Yeah, 17, 16, one of the
16. Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
I'd have shot his ass and wouldn't have thought twice about it. Like
I wish somebody would, man.
And the crazy thing about it was they say he was fucking the mama first.
He was dealing with the mama first.
Bro, watch who you bring around your kids, man.
Big facts.
Bro, no man can step in my house if I'm not home. If I'm not home, don't even think about stepping in. I don't care who you are. You could be my brother. You ain't stepping in my crib if I ain't home. Get no fuck. Period.
It reminds me of a situation, man. I had a guy. He was one of my homies. And one of my childhood homies. And we hadn't talked in years. But then somebody sent me an article about him. And he was grouping. He got caught downtown Chicago. He went on a grouping spree. He was walking around going up to
what the fuck is grouping?
Groping.
Oh, okay.
He was walking around random women, grabbing them on their ass, grabbing them on their titties, going all downtown Chicago, and they called us dumbass. So he reached out to me on Facebook. He was like, man, I'm down on my luck. I'm out. I'm hurting out here, et cetera, et cetera. You can help me out. I told him. I said, man, it's really fucked up because at the time he hadn't been found guilty or nothing like that. So, but, you know, I told him, I said, man, I can give you a couple dollars. But as far as me letting you in my house, knowing I got kids, my girl, everything, nah, Chief, I can't do that. Yeah, man, I ain't been found guilty. I understand. I understand you ain't been found guilty, but I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's a thin line, but it's a thin line being crossed, and that ain't it. Cause I'ma tell you, if I ever get a call that I'm at work or some shit, and you there, and I ever get a call from any one of mine about something, bro, you ain't gonna make it out. You ain't gonna make it out, bro. Like that type of shit. Oh, speaking of which, the dummies of the week, and I have to say this from my hometown, Chicago. They are the dummies of the week. The whole O block. They dumb as hell. Every last one of them. And if y'all don't know why they're dumb, so an up-and-coming rapper got killed last year. Got killed. FBG Duck. The feds,
I know who you talking about.
The feds had been building a case on his killers since the day he died. You know how they caught up to the killers? Social media.
Of course.
These dudes was
Of
on
course.
social media talking shit, leaving out signs. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all, one of the dudes that they committed the murder in, the car that they committed the murder in, dude went and did the murder and then took the car back to the dealership.
Oh, you was crazy.
He took the car back to the dealership. The same, like 3 days later, some shit. He took the car back. So the feds is looking for these niggas, and it's only a matter of time before they start telling on each other to try to get sentences reduced and all type of shit. But the feds already let us know in the indictment. We found out why
look at the
they
videos.
did this off their social media, off rap songs, off rap lyrics, off interviews. Like, you do.
Clout.
Dude was in
Listen.
the dude that had the car. He did an interview a couple of days before the shooting with the car in the video.
It's all about clout chasing, man. That's all they care about, man. They don't care. They just want to be known for something. Whether you kill somebody, rob somebody, people just want to be known for. You got people licking toilet bowls, bro. People just want to get their 15 minutes. It's sickness.
Gasoline
Now,
hoses.
if
Crazy.
this was a black man that got killed in the hood, the feds wouldn't care. But this was a black man that got killed in a all-white community doing some shopping.
They on you.
Oh, they was on it. The minute, do y'all understand? This is the Gold Coast. This is like Rodeo Drive in California. There's cameras and shit all over. You really think you was gonna get out the car with machine guns and switches, light a man up 20 times, 15 to 20 times, and the feds wasn't gonna, we just gonna get past. And then to make it so bad, he took the money from the PPP loan to go buy the car. And then when the dealership was like, nah, your job credentials ain't fit. We need you to bring that car back. Oh, he brought the car back. Bruh, I would have burnt that car so quick.
That car stolen.
Like, the fuck? Like, did you really think they would? Yeah, I'ma just take the car back and they ain't gonna trace it to me. No, you little dumb motherfucker. Dumb motherfuckers is dumb as hell. They in the interview and you got one dude, he over here. Yeah, man, all I want to say is just watch how you talk about people and don't mention the dead name, da-da-da-da, or R.I.P. Like, niggas, you and even in the videos, his guys was like, yo, shut the fuck up. They literally in the video telling him to shut the fuck up. He want to get them all on camera and shit. And they tell him, nah, man, we ain't with none of that shit, bro. Talk to him. Go talk to him. Like, you niggas is just stupid. So I want to say this. Stop going to commit crimes and then get on social media bragging about it. Ask Bobby Shmurda. The feds is listening. If anybody know Bobby Shmurda,
you don't even gotta do that.
Bobby Shmurda knows the feds is listening.
That dude acting sus now too, man.
Oh yeah.
Yo, listen,
he went into prison
now.
hard as hell.
Different.
He went into prison hard as hell.
He been gone for 7 years.
Come out of prison now. He's sus, bro. He acting real sus.
He was Bobby Shmurda to somebody in jail. God damn it. He was a hot nigga to somebody in there. All right, man. Let everybody know where they can find y'all shows at, man, before we close this down.
Man, you
All right,
let me
Marcus,
know
you can
where
go
to find
first,
the show
man.
at. No, you go first, man. You the newcomer.
So you can find me on I'm on IG on the Frankly Francisco podcast, Twitter, same handle, YouTube, same handle. I'm on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon. I'm on literally every podcast location out there that you can find me on. My link tree is in my bio and my IG page. New episodes drop on Saturdays. I got one episode coming out this Saturday. I just finished up. And I just finished up an episode of my sports podcast yesterday. I was posted yesterday. So go check it out. You know, like, comment, share. You know the routine already.
All right. I guess it's on me now. So yeah, you go check us out. Vibes Podcast, VIB3Z Podcast. Everything that you want. YouTube, I ain't on Twitter, TikTok, all that good shit. I had to talk about. And as far as audio-wise, everything, Amazon, Stitcher, everything, all of it. That's where you can find us at Vibes Podcast.
We got merch.
Host?
That's all I'm going to say. We got merch, goddamn it. We got phone cases. iPhone phone cases and shit. We got merch out here, man. We just doing what we doing. So I appreciate you brothers for taking y'all time. Let me go ahead and get up here and deal with these kids. I'll chop back with y'all very soon, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Go tap in.
Yes, sir.
I'm out.